Now, hundreds of jobs under threat after Wilko announced plans to close 16 stores this year in another blow for the high street. The move comes amid warnings from bosses that customers are changing the way they shop, with Wilko increasing their investments online. The firm says the branches will close at the end of their leases after they fail to agree favourable terms with the individual branches. Well, joining us now, the retail expert, Jeremy Baker. Jeremy, thanks ever so much for your time today. Appreciate it. It's a familiar lament, this, isn't it, that well-known high street brands are failing. And you'd have to say, if you were going to imagine one sector that was going to survive, had a reasonable expectation of survival, hardware, the sort of stuff that Wilko sells, you would expect to be one of them.
Yes, because in the last couple of years, during the lockdown, DIY is really powered ahead. So it's bad luck on this company that they haven't been able to keep up. I think it's part of a kind of long-term trend, and the virus has accelerated the trend, but the trend was there anyway. So Wilko has looked at the 2022, will the consumers have any money to spend on us as a company? Then he decided, no, might as well give up now, instead of throwing good money after bad. Mm-hmm. So that's the position. And it fits in with the idea, 2022, year of the squeeze. But retail is always looking for opportunities. So there's a lot of good things on the horizon. So year of the squeeze is also year of the adapt. You've got to adapt. And so if you look, who's adapting well, at the cheap end of the market, the pound stores really are pretty amazing. They really are good value. You're too middle class to go in a pound store, but poor
Jeremy,
people
you're making all kinds of sweeping assumptions. And in fact, some of my younger children actually very attracted to some of those pound stores, so you need to be careful.
Yes.
I just wonder what's
Sorry,
Jeremy, just on, before we enter into a protracted bout of class warfare, can we just consider the rationale for these companies when they decide, if it's Wilko, to close 16 stores? Is it entirely on the basis of, they look at the map, they see which particular branches aren't doing sufficiently well, and that's it?
Yes.
Or is there more to it?
Yes. No, each store is in a particular neighborhood, and that neighborhood has got a particular demographic. It's kind of for rich people or middle class or poor people. And their store fits in well, perhaps, with some areas and badly with other areas. And so the bad areas is ones we delete from our list. That's the way to do it. Going back to the pound stores doing very well. Also, the high street is kind of a community area. So I think as the stores close, maybe GPs will come in there, or where's to get the jab? I've seen jab places filling this place. And also, going back to the year of the adapt, luxury stores, frankly, are doing pretty well. It's a horrible thing to say, but the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer in 2022. That's the way things are going. Whether that's a good political point to make, I don't know. But from a retail point of view, you see rich people having a lot of money and spending it on, luxury foods, luxury products, luxury biscuits and pens and everything. So the rich are doing well. If you're targeting the rich, you're going to do well. If you're targeting the very poor and you've got a good offer for them, like pound stores, then you're also doing very well. So my theory is year of the squeeze, year of adapt.
It's a good mantra. Jeremy Baker, appreciate your time. Thanks very much indeed.